Song is ready. Give me just a few minutes, folks. I'm getting ready. Bone sauce may be ready, but I'm not ready. I'm getting ready, but I'm not ready. But I'm getting ready. Just keep that in mind. Bear that in mind that you're getting ready. I may not be ready, but I'm getting ready. Bone saw is ready. No, but in all seriousness, I'm just getting the mic and stuff in place. So give me a second.
You're on. Can you hear me?
Most. Absolute most.
You want to change it outside?
Yeah, no sense. We really gotta catch his attention. Sensory jam.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, my man is having a great time right now.
Who?
He in his own world.
Who? Hello? Oh, can you hear me?
All right, there we go. I can hear you. You can say something again?
Hello?
All right, cool. Your audio's good. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with DJ. Put him on something real fast. And I'm going to just...
Say, get that done. I would suggest we start sooner rather than later before Rory wakes up.
Yep. I'm with you. I'm all the way there with that. I'm going to try and press. I need to see my levels. All right, testing. How's that sound? Testing.
That sounds good.
And see if he is. Oh, we can't even hear the background noise too. That's good. Oh, but I just noticed I got to be all up on the mic. That's fine. I'll be all up on the mic. I don't have any problem with that. Make sure I can actually see my chats. Oh, I gotta undock this window. Dock it back. For some reason it didn't show up.
Yeah? What? In whose world? Your world? In your world? In your world or in my world?
Can you sit him on the... so he can have a good starting point?
What'd you say?
Oh, no, I was talking to wifey. Asking can she move him over just a smidge. Just a wee smidge. Laddie. Okay,
Yeah,
see,
Irish. That's terrible.
What? You ain't like that? That was pretty on point. Just that wee sweet laddie.
That was terrible.
How? That is exactly... Yo, I'm a good parrot. That's exactly Hold on. I now heard. No, I heard the echo back on the actual stream. That was terrible. It was too deep. Let me get the higher pitch voice. Just that we switch, laddie. Better?
No, it doesn't sound Irish at all.
You try it and let me hear what you got first. Then we'll go.
My name's Paddy O'Malley. Come down from Dublin way.
All right, let me
Like,
do
that's
that. Let me do that. Let me do that.
more-
All right, let me hold on. Let me do that. Name's Paddy O'Malley. No, I can't do it. First of all, I didn't hear you all the way, so but that's perfect Irish. When you didn't even hear it, you'd be like, "What? I got what you said, but I didn't. I need subtitles. I heard you, but I ain't hear you." But yeah, that was actually you on point. That's how you know you've been there. That's how you know you've been there. He's like, "Oh no, that's that fake shit. You doing that fake shit? I got the real for you." All right, here we go. Going live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. I got it ready. I saw the button I wanted to press. Go. You see the? Do you see the loading screen I got now? The starting soon. You like that?
I feel like I held in a sneeze. You can't get all the way down to 2 and then say, hold on.
Because I was gonna like take it off once I get to 1, but I was pressing the wrong button. I was about to get rid of the chat box, and I'm at the. Oh, did you notice the chat box too? Oh, you can't see that. Never mind. You can only see because the chat box is on OBS. Actually, no, you should be able to see it. So if I type in something, let me see. Can you see this? Like if I type, can you see that stuff popping up or no?
Okay, hold on. I can see it popping up, but all right. Can you see this? And then it's a bunch of things. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's really cool. I'm just really proud of myself because it just feels like we getting a little one step better every time. We get a little one step better. That's the goal. Just get one step better each time, and then eventually after 100 steps, you're 100 steps better. All right. Anyway, going live in 5, 4, and it's gonna go. That's gonna go away. By the way, I know you're probably like, damn it, you got that stuck
You
in.
can't keep starting the countdown and then stop.
Don't worry, that's gonna go away in 30 seconds. See. Just in case you were wondering, like, oh my god, he put all the stupid stuff on the screen. All right, going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ahoy! I hit the wrong button. Ahoy Maloy, mateys! Should I just take it back? Should I take us back? No, I'm gonna take us back. Ahoy Maloy, mateys! Welcome to Talking in Teacups, the serious topic show with not so serious people. We're your hosts, D-Cypher and Elbow, and I just have to say up top, it's good to be here with you today.
You know what we need? We need a theme song to open and close the show.
Oh, that would be great. Or at least a little small snippet like how the Breakfast Club has. The Breakfast Club. Like something like that. I'd be cool with that. I'm down.
Yeah. That's what we need.
I have looked into sound effects. Doing them live is much harder than when I edit this, because I have the one from last week that I was still editing out all the controversial stuff from, but it takes a lot of time to sort through that. Last week we got a little heated. That's why you're not going to see it up. I was talking about it on Reddit, because one of the topics was about that video game developer who did the AI art. And I was like, oh, yeah, I talked about that on my podcast. He's like, cool, send me the link. I'm like, oh, I got to send you the edited version, dude. It's like, I can't just send you the raw because that thing is crazy. Elbow, let me tell you something. It's good to be here with you today.
It's also good to be here with you. I normally don't say it, but today, it's good to be here.
We got a special day because this is going to be super brief. We're good. I got these topics. I prepped last night, not this morning. So we're actually good. And I got us a new home screen. So the thing about this Twitch overlay, well, obviously it's just a template from Canva, but I edited some and it was like a whole girly thing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist it. The background was pink, switched it to blue. My favorite color is red, but red is a little harsh on the eyes. I made those clouds at the top row animate. I'm going to do the middle row, make them animate in a different way. But I said, instead of doing it all tonight or last night, I said, how about I do it bit by bit? So if you actually watch the episodes live, you'll be like, oh, each episode it got a little different. I replaced one of the little kitty cats with a Master Chief. I'm gonna replace them other kitty cats with different video game characters. You only got 4, so y'all better vote. Like, yeah, who y'all want to see there? Because it's only 4 slots.
So can I just say that you went from talking about controversial topics last week. Now you want to talk about mass firings. Guess the flag. I'm assuming these are flags of sexual orientation nature.
I guess you'll have to wait and see.
And weight gain. So now you want to get into the whole body positivity thing. Look, dude, you got to make these less controversial. Next time, let's talk about what's the best cookie. oatmeal raisin, chocolate chip, snickerdoodle, you know.
What's the best cookie? Coming soon, folks. Next week, we're going to talk about what's the best cookie. All right, so if you didn't know, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram and now TikTok. Oh, but you didn't know that. Basically, everywhere there's a social media, you can find us at Cypher Spit Gaming for all the latest updates. It's one of them days. It's one of the mornings for all the latest updates and behind the scenes shenanigans. And if you're looking to show some love and support to the channel, head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/CypherSpitGaming. But hey, if you can't swing that Patreon ship, no worries. You can still join the fun and watch our content for free here on YouTube and now Twitch. In case you didn't know, you already know. Now, a baker's dozen. This is going over last week's, or I guess this week's best news stories. This week's latest and greatest big news stories. News story number 1. Ubisoft currently has 11 Assassin's Creed games planned. And yes, you heard it right. 11. Look, Ubisoft.
Wait. Not 11 total, 11 from now. 11 more.
Yeah, 11 more. They have 11 more games in the pipeline. Can you believe it? That's crazy. Not just one game, not 2 games, but 11 games. All in the Assassin's Creed franchise. Obviously, they have games planned, but I'm just talking about in the Assassin's Creed franchise. They have 11 more games coming out. I mean, you know, who needs originality at this point? Let's just milk that franchise for all it's worth. Are you curious to know some of these games? I can tell you.
No.
I have a list.
I have not. I played when Desmond was the main character, and you had to go in and find the old assassins, and then it was leading to a big overarching story. But now they just give you game after game after game in a different location that has nothing to do with anything. I stopped playing them. I haven't played like the last 4. So I will not be playing any of these 11. So that's 15 Assassin's Creed games that I will not have played.
That's wow. Yeah, you fell off a long time. Assassin's Creed 3 is where I believe Desmond's story ended, and it was dumb. I don't know why they ended his story. It was like,
and
okay,
they didn't even end it right. It
they
was like
didn't. No, they just killed him, or he killed himself, something like that. He sacrificed himself. He sacrificed himself. Yeah, he sacrificed himself.
Wait, he sacrificed himself at the end of 3?
At the end of one of them, I believe it was 3. So it was like, hey, you can either join the precursors in the world is going to have a heat wave. It was a solar flare, excuse me. It was going to be a solar flare. That was what everything was leading up to. It was going to be a solar flare and restart humanity.
It wasn't Assassin's cliffhanger. The first game was a cliffhanger, which pissed me off.
Yeah.
But then the third game, it just ended stupidly. I hated the way it ended.
It ended very stupidly. And they had, I forgot the name of the voice actor. They had a good voice actor for Desmond, and they messed it all up. And so at the end of 3, the like real world storyline, they were leading to, hey, look, you got 2 choices. The world is either going to have a solar flare and burn up. I just realized this video wasn't playing. Oh, no, it is. Okay, it's playing. All right, so they have a solar flare and the world burn up, and some people will survive because they were in Assassin's Creed 3 underground. So it's like, okay, go to this underground bunker, and then Desmond will be the prophecy, or Desmond kills himself, fights against the precursor, and it was supposed to again end the world, but nothing happened, and then we just moved on to Assassin's Creed 4, which was the soft reboot.
Which it kind of distracts you from there not being a real storyline by being awesome with all the pirate stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a little soft reboot, because the real world stuff, you're just an employee at Abstergo, or I think you're a spy. Yeah, you're a spy. You're actually an assassin. It's first person told, and you're an assassin. But yeah, Assassin's Creed. I haven't played Valhalla, so I'm right there with you. I haven't even played or finished. No, actually, Odyssey's. Which one is Odyssey?
The one in Greece.
Oh yeah, Odyssey. I haven't played. I own Odyssey. Yeah, Origin. I played, but it was so long, and I'm like, I'm not finished. And I'm the type of person I gotta do every little small mission I see. So that was my issue. Why does that keep going away? I probably gotta keep it on the screen. I'm just wondering why this thing goes away like that. Okay, there we go. That's fine. All right, so here's a list of the games coming up. Even though I know you don't want to know. Here's all 11 of them. Codename Assassin's Creed Mirage. Actually, that's the real name. Excuse me. That's a single-player game that's coming out October 12th. Then you got Assassin's Creed.
Mirage.
Yeah, then you got Assassin's Creed Nexus. Mirage. I don't have the locations. I didn't dig that deep into the story. It's 11 of them I got to run through.
If Origins is in Egypt, Mirage is probably in like, I don't know. The first Assassin's Creed was already kind of like in the Middle East.
It does seem like it's going to be, you know, a deserty type location because you're seeing a Mirage. So, It does
Yeah.
give those vibes. The next one is, most of these are all code name. The next one's Assassin's Creed Nexus. That's a VR game, so there's no VR game in the series. Assassin's Creed
Okay.
codename Jade. That's a mobile game. Sorry, the other one was
Jade would probably
2023,
be
and this one's
kind
2023 as
of,
well.
but they'll do it. They'll do it real. They won't do like a mini game.
Yeah. And then there's Assassin's Creed codename Red. That's going to be for next year, sources say.
Russia.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. And it's single player. And then there's Assassin's Creed codename Hex. That is 2025, 2026. So like one of those
Yeah.
two. Yeah, somebody
I
leaked
can't
all
think
of
of
this.
it.
I don't even know. Yeah, these are code names. Then there's Assassin's Creed Invictus. So there's Hex and Invictus both for that 2025 and 2026 year. Hex is single player.
So heck,
Invictus
the
is
first thing I
multiplayer.
think of. Sorry,
No, go ahead. You good?
I'll say Hex. I think of witches and things like that. You know, maybe they put you in like New Orleans. I don't know. That's the first haunted place that came in my head.
That's cool. Invictus, I can't think of anything other than like a British type thing in my head, but that's multiplayer, so that'll be
I
their
mean, maybe
multiplayer one.
Rome.
Yeah,
They already did Greece. Maybe they'll do Rome.
that will be cool. Then the next two that I'm gonna pair up, one's a single player, one's a multiplayer. Assassin's Creed codename Nebula, single player. That one's not even in pre-production. That's still their concept
In
and prototype
space.
in that. No, that one's too far out. You're talking 2027, 2028. It's so far out. They're not. They're still like just talking rumblings. Then there's Assassin's Creed
Well,
Raid. Oh, go ahead. Remember what?
remember when the Call of Duty used to be simple? They would do this war, that war, this war, and they ran out of wars, so
They
they
did.
had to like give you all this future tech.
Yep.
Maybe that's what Assassin's Creed. They like, we can't go anywhere else historical. Let's just go to space.
Yeah, I don't think I like that. I mean, that'd be interesting though. I wanted them to lead up to Assassin's Creed in the modern day so I could jump off a skyscraper. Watch Dogs was supposed to be that, but it wasn't as stealthy. You could do action-packed stuff. It was more Grand Theft Auto than it was Assassin's Creed. But that's what I wanted them to lead to. So if we just jump into space, is it still going to be a stealth game, or are we just talking an action RPG at this point? Because to me, Assassin's Creed at its core, this is the old person in me, 2007 or 8, is a stealth game. It's a stealth game, not an action game. Your character, Altair, if I'm saying his name right, is not an action hero. You go up against 4 people, you have to be strategic. You got some counters, you got some dodges, but you might lose. You're not a badass like on Valhalla.
Well, once you know how to play the game, you can take out a whole circle of enemies.
Okay, fair enough.
They should have never gave you a sword.
Well, no, the sword was the main weapon, but the hidden dagger was the main weapon, but the sword was important to it. The sword was important.
They should. That's what I'm saying. If you only had the hidden dagger and you could only like one guy at a time, and then somebody could stab you in the back, then it would force you to do stealth.
Yeah, right. That makes sense. Where's what did I say? Oh, Raid. That's multiplayer. You could tell. Then it's Assassin's Creed Echoes, another multiplayer. Assassin's Creed Nexus 2. That's the VR one. So they're already planning the sequel. Again, that is all internal documents. People just leaking. Ubisoft has a lot of leaks. I remember Black Flag. It was either Black Flag or Assassin's Creed 3 got leaked because the person who was working on the game was on their laptop on an airplane, and somebody was like sitting either next to him or behind him and snuck a picture. And I was like, yo, Ubisoft don't have no security.
Ubisoft, they're like, okay, we got all this leaks. Because we got leaks, we're not going to plan one game at a time. Let's play 11 games out so everybody knows our plans for the next 10 years.
And then there's wait, hold on. It says Ubisoft Sofia, known for co-developing Assassin's Creed 3, Liberation, Assassin's Creed Rogue, has pitched Project Nebula. Did I just talk about Nebula? An Assassin's Creed title that will have 3 different settings: India, Aztec Empire, and Mediterranean. I thought I just brought up Nebula. Oh, I didn't.
That was awesome.
It was Nexus.
Although
Okay.
I will not be playing.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, definitely. Hey, let me tell you something. What's not awesome? Twitter now requires an account just to view tweets. So Elon Musk is doubling down on trying to make Twitter into a profit. So he's making, if you want to view a tweet, you have to make an account. So very similar to how I think it's Instagram. If you want to peruse Instagram, it's going to require a sign in. They want to get that data from you, engagement, metrics, analytics, yada, yada, yada. So I wanted to talk about that because some people just want to view a tweet without having to make an account. And now you have to make an account.
Yeah, I don't have an Instagram or a Twitter, so I will not be viewing anything on this.
Let me tell you a secret.
platform.
You ain't missing out on a damn thing. When I open it up to post like my cross post and promotions, it's just a huge distraction. You'll see stuff that's interesting, then you like, I didn't just wasted so much time on here. Man, that's why I don't got a lot of followers on Twitter because I don't put enough into it to follow all these things and post all this stuff. But let me tell you something I am following. This Microsoft and Activision Blizzard acquisition. Let me tell you something. Something got leaked. So Microsoft, basically a legal document, they allege that a PlayStation 5 Slim is launching soon. So we all know Microsoft's trying to buy Activision Blizzard, and a lot of people are trying to block it. Sony being one of them, FTC being one of them, or America's FTC. I believe in the UK they said, it's cool. Canada's like, we don't really like that. So in this legal trial against or between Microsoft and the Federal Trade Commission, that's the FTC, some new information has surfaced regarding Sony's potential, I'm going to say potential, could be true, it's been about 3 years, release of a PlayStation 5 Slim console. Microsoft is trying to, get things cool with Sony and be buddy like, hey, look, don't worry about it. When we make this Call of Duty, we're going to put it on both systems because that's a big problem or a big thing that Sony's been saying, even though we all know Sony has done them dirty with not Destiny. I forgot what game it was, but it was a game where it was like, hey, come to Sony first for a year. Oh, Deathloop. It was a Bethesda game, and Microsoft bought Bethesda, so it was funny. Sony was like, hey, I want Deathloop to be on PlayStation consoles for a year exclusivity versus Xbox, so then that caused sales to go towards Sony. Either way, so Sony's alleging that Microsoft's going to do the same thing with Call of Duty, or just not put it on there at all. But anyway, so they got some documents, Microsoft, and it says, or they inadvertently leaked significant information about Sony during those legal proceedings, including some details that a PlayStation 5 Slim is going to possibly launch in 2023 at a reduced price point. So it's going to be the paying price of the digital edition PS5, so $399.99. Now that's crazy. What do you think about a PS5 Slim console?
I need me one, bro.
Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna sell the PS5 probably to my brother, and give me a Slim probably the week that it comes out.
It's going to be crazy. And they also leaked, if you into the survival game DayZ, they accidentally, again, leaked DayZ 2 is in development. So people who love DayZ now, they got spoilers that DayZ 2 is coming. So we'll see how Sony's going to respond to that, feel about that. Hopefully they can just do a Drake and just brush it under the rug, don't talk about it. Because if you don't talk about it, it'll just go away. But if they mention it, then you add more fuel to the fire. So we'll keep you posted as more news comes up with that, because that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't like the game, but it is my favorite flower.
A DayZ? Oh, ha ha ha. Nice one. I got some dad jokes for you after this. Oh, well, not after this, but after the news segment. All right, so Disney, I see you messed up my segue. I got a good one now. Disney Plus faces some subscriber backlash for removing an original film. So we're going to talk about the movie, or the sci-fi movie, Crater. Came out, I think it was May. It was like 2 months ago, basically, and it was being taken off, or it is being taken off of Disney Plus after about like 48 days of just being on the platform. It was made by the same people that made Stranger Things, so it was like a young kid movie coming of age. It cost $53.4 million, and they took it off of the streaming service. They didn't warn nobody. It's an original thing, so it's not like, oh, somebody else owns it. No, Disney owns it. But basically what's happening is, I think it's Bob Iger, the CEO. He is trying to do a content reduction strategy with the hopes to save $3 billion in the year 2023. So you know how it was David Zaslav, the CEO of HBO Max, or the app Max, or just Warner Brothers in general. He had to remove Batgirl. You remember this from last year? Bless you.
Yeah, I heard that it was so bad that they couldn't even put it out.
Well, that's what they said, but they did it for a tax reason. So if you remove that product and you don't make a profit off of it, now you can claim it on your taxes. So your budget or your spreadsheet, your P&L looks good. So that's what they did with the movie Crater. I haven't seen that movie, but now people are worried about, hey, look, this movie didn't really have a lot of physical release, and now it's not available in streaming. So how are you ever going to watch it? Actors starred in it. People wrote the movie. It's like now you're not letting them see their work. The same thing happened with, what is it called? It's not called Lost in Space. It's another project last year that was a HBO Max project that had a very limited physical release, and David Zaslav just canceled a lot of animation shows, and that show got canceled. So people are kind of feeling a little upset that all this digital content that's supposed to be like easily accessible is now being purged from the internet. Oh, actually, a Scooby Doo movie got deleted too, or got purged before it even came out. So I remember that one. That was a big story. So now people are just, it's a weird time we live in. You can't own anything physically because they want you to stream everything, but now they can just take it out your pocket. It's not in your pocket, but they can just take it off their platform without you even seeing it. It's crazy. Something else that's crazy.
I'm fine with it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'll say the if they think it's so bad that they don't even want to show it to us, like, because if they put it out, it'll obviously make money, right? Like, if it's good.
Yeah.
But if it's so bad that, you know,
well, with Crater,
it's not gonna make any money, then that's what they do. What they got to do, rather than putting out something that's gonna hurt the brand.
Yeah. With Crater, they just wanted to save a buck. It wasn't that Crater was bad. Batwoman, they said, or sorry, Batgirl, they said was bad. But with Crater, they wanted to save a buck. So they're sneaking and taking off a bunch of shows. Crater just happened to be one that people were checking for. So that means there are some shows that are bad on Disney Plus and on HBO Max that they're taking off. But some shows people are actually rocking with, and they still taking it off just to save money. Because every show that you remove from your library, you then get to say, oh, well, I expensed out that money, or I took a loss on that. So that's all it is. It's just, it's monetary. It's a monetary reason. It's not a, oh, for the art's sake.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense as a monetary reason if the thing is good.
Oh, yeah. If it's doing crazy numbers and drawing in subscribers, they will keep it. But if it's okay, like I'm saying, this movie, you don't know none of the actors in it. It has the actor from, what did I just watch him in? I forgot. But it's like kid actors. So it's not a bad movie. It's all fitting for that Disney Plus style movie. It's got special effects. That's why I said it cost $53 million. So it's okay movie. It's just it.
Encanto get a theatrical release?
Which one?
Encanto?
Ooh, that's a good question because that came out like really height of COVID. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that did get theatrical, but also maybe same day on Disney Plus, maybe, because they did that with Black Widow. But Encanto didn't sell enough because there was another story that I didn't talk about a couple weeks ago where it's like Disney, their last like 6 movies that have been animated haven't been turning a profit or haven't been like selling like $1 billion. Because everybody wants to hit that billion number, but we in this weird post-COVID time where you can't just hit that billy. People not really trying to go to the movies.
At least something good.
All right, let me see. Did Little Mermaid? I haven't looked into it yet because I didn't do my review on it or watch it.
Doubt it.
Little Mermaid didn't hit a billy?
Doubt it.
If Little Mermaid didn't hit a billy, it's no hope. Only Guardians will be your only hope. What? And I think some people, I'm talking about for this year, theatrically for 2023, what movie you think hitting a billy? Oh, Mario. Mario the only one that's going to hit a billy.
Mario got $1 billion. And Mario, it was highly publicized, but it was not that crazily publicized where it should have made $1 billion.
But the animation was rock solid, and I think that is Illumination, so that's not Disney, right? Yeah, the problem is I think they were saying Disney has some competition. They gotta watch out because DreamWorks was coming
specifically for Disney.
Yeah, for Disney, because Elemental I believe is Disney, and that's not hitting a billy either. Elemental's not doing so hot.
Not gonna hit is it gonna do 100 mil?
Oh yeah, it's gonna do 100 mil.
Indiana Jones flopped.
Damn, I still got to see that too. It came out last week or 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to see it. It's tough right now. Yeah, I don't know who's hitting the bill. Okay, go ahead.
I think they're so far like removed from knowing what their fans actually want. Because to me, who do you know that's a bigger Star Wars fan than me? I have not watched Book of Boba Fett. I have not watched Andor. I have not watched Rise of Skywalker since it came out in 2019.
I haven't either, but that's only because I'm trying to work back towards it through my binge, and I slowed down on my binge. There's a lot of Star Wars property, but I enjoyed, I think, that movie. I got to rewatch it. It's been 4 years.
Dude, I've watched Clone Wars twice. How many seasons? That's like 10 seasons of content that I watched twice.
That last season
I don't think
with Darth Maul,
that.
Beautiful.
The last season where Ahsoka fights Darth Maul?
Yeah, that last season.
That's as good of a fight. Like, that's as good of a fight in the whole series. Like, but I just don't care about what they're putting out now. Like, it's hard to make me care about stuff, especially when there, like you said, there is so much content that I do like that's already out.
Look, Book of Boba Fett, I get you, but I heard great things from Andor. I haven't watched it yet, but I do plan on watching it. I just started catching up on my Marvel shows that I've been behind. So I've watched Miss Marvel, not as bad as everybody thinks. Thought it was really good. She-Hulk, I enjoyed that. I kind of liked the ending for Miss Marvel better than She-Hulk, even though I get what She-Hulk was doing. No spoilers for either. But I don't see why people was mad at either or show.
Probably, probably never going to. I mean, you already know I'm not a huge superhero guy in the first place.
Yeah, if
I
you're not a
thought that
superhero guy,
Marvel
you
was
probably don't
something.
need to see it. Miss Marvel, yeah.
Yeah,
She-Hulk, you could skip She-Hulk.
like I only the only reason I even started watching Marvel because Marvel has did something special. Like they made superhero movies great. Like so that's why I enjoyed it. Not because I like superheroes, but just because I liked those characters that they made specifically.
Let me ask you a question,
Now,
because you're not a
go ahead.
superhero guy. Did you watch
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League? It's 4 hour long movie
No,
on. Okay,
no freaking way.
yeah, yeah. It's a tough
I'm
sell.
not giving them half a day. Like that's a commitment. I'm not giving them half a day to watch a movie that I've already watched.
It's a tough sell, but I like that movie. That movie was so good, but it's also dumb because Zack Snyder does these weird things. Not like who's the guy that made Transformers? Michael Bay. Michael Bay has weird
Michael
dialogue
Bay.
and weird things, and I think I was either talking on this podcast or talking to somebody, and I'm like, on one of the Transformers movies, there's a Romeo and Juliet law added into the dialogue for no reason. Michael Bay does that weird stuff. But Zack Snyder had a weird thing where one of the female characters was just singing like an opera song for no reason. And I'm like, this is weird. Army of the Dead had weird shit in it too. And I'm like, why are you always doing this? Like, what does this mean? What is this
Army of
leading
the
to?
Dead is, however, my favorite
Yeah, no, but
zombie movie.
it's good, but it has weird stuff in it, and you be like, yo, what's this leading towards? Like one of the zombies, we talked about it last week. One of the zombies had like a metal thing in his head. It was like a robot zombie. So Zack Snyder's superhero films have some weird. Not Man of Steel. I think Man of Steel was really good. So he toned everything down. But once he did his Justice League, it was like a lot of weird stuff because people were talking about, okay, the Joker is at the end and it's weird looking because it takes place in a dream. Maybe because we don't know. Again, I won't talk about the spoil. Well, there's
Dumb.
no point for spoilers because it's not getting a sequel. But he was setting up for a sequel. We later found out he was setting up for Justice League 2 that he unfortunately didn't get a chance to make. But you know, it is what it is.
That's dumb.
Yeah, he's having some good luck on Netflix because he has his. So basically, it's this thing called Rebel Moon that's coming out, and it was a Star Wars pitch originally, but Disney or Kathleen Kennedy was like, it's a little too much for Star Wars. So he's like, well, I still have this in my mind that I want to make. So he went back over to Netflix, who let him make Army of the Dead, and they're letting him make Rebel Moon. So I'm gonna be checking out for that. But speaking of Netflix, this is a good segue. Netflix's successful password sharing crackdown prompts a Wall Street upgrade. So Goldman Sachs has upgraded its rating on Netflix from sell,
Successful.
meaning get rid of that shit, to neutral. They're not going to raise it to buy because they still feel like Netflix, we don't know where it's going to be at. But they thought that Netflix did a good job with their crackdown on password sharing. So basically, if you want to share your password, you have to sign up to 2 locations. It's either 2 locations or 1 home location. I don't have Netflix, so I really don't know. But they also lowered the price on its entry level with ads so that you can actually watch Netflix with ads. So basically, they did a good
Oh,
job.
you can watch Netflix with ads now?
Yeah, and it's a cheaper price too. Hold on just a second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so I think it's I don't have the price in front of me, but yeah, they lowered it, and they're seeing it said it could see a 55% increase in revenue by 2025. But remember, Netflix doesn't really share their like performance, like how many people are watching, how many subscribers they have. So that's why instead of raising it to buy
Can they
these
do that?
shares, what'd you say?
Can they just not share that?
Apparently,
Don't they have
yeah,
share? I mean, I
they
guess they
do.
share it with the
Yeah,
shareholders.
they do have shareholders, but for some reason they're not making it public to get more people to buy. But before Goldman Sachs had them as sell, like sell that stock. Now they just raised it to neutral, but they won't raise it to buy because again they can't see the performance. But yeah, those are your news stories for the week. Now let's talk about some dad jokes. Let me ask you a question. You ready?
Yeah.
What would have made Steve Jobs a better president than Donald Trump?
I don't know.
You know what? I don't know either. I'm just comparing apples to oranges, but I am curious.
Ah,
All right, there we go. Good. I got one more. I did two just in case the first one didn't slam. I had to come up with another one. If you don't, let me give you some advice for the viewers, not for us. Some advice for the viewers. If you don't know what to talk about on the first date, try mentioning global warming. I hear it's a huge icebreaker.
hey,
Yeah, let's
hello.
go. All right. So, topic number one. The show's about to live up to its name with the serious topics. What can be done to put a stop or slow down on all the mass firings in America? And the reason why I bring this up before I let my co-host get into it, in Philadelphia, our city that we were born and raised, there was a mass shooting that took place July 3rd. Sorry. And it's crazy because it just happened in Southwest Philadelphia. I'm not going to give any more story or detail to it because I don't want to inspire anybody. I don't want to give any details. I don't want to tell you what they did.
What?
Yeah, I don't want to sensationalize it. Like most news stories, they go into all the details. So then somebody is watching, it's like, oh, I could have did it better. I would have went this way instead of going that way. So yeah, I don't, because it's one of the things I'm gonna talk about.
I don't think that's ever happened.
No, people will become copycats. I'm gonna talk about it. I have five, one, two, three, four, five. I have 6 bullet points actually. The last one is media responsibility. So I'm just gonna keep it vague. But I don't like vague because then if you want to know the story, you can't really find it. But I think it should be written instead of versus like all on the YouTube's like, oh, he did this and he was wearing this and he had this with him. Like, yeah, no. But yeah, it was a mass shooting. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, what's up, Vanzi? How's it going? You see that chat box? Yeah, you see your name on the chat box? It's cool now. We out here popping. But what do you think can be done? I already have 6 things, so you can just say yours and then I'm gonna say mine.
Not really sure.
All
I
right, I'm gonna
guess.
say one of mine,
Um,
and then you jump in anytime you got something. So the first thing is improve mental health care. So you want to enhance access to mental health services because I believe the individual
so
that committed
I
that.
saw the person who did. Yeah, I saw the person who did that mass shooting. Bro, that's a crazy mother f.
Exactly. And to just be political correct, I just think that they had some mental health issues, and I think they need better access.
For sure. For sure.
They need better. I don't even want, I want to roast the picture, but again, I feel like that's going to be people gonna be like, oh, you ain't gonna put my picture on there if I do something like, yeah, so I ain't even gonna do that. But we need better help with mental health issues. So I'm gonna give you a personal story. This is only for people who watch the live podcast. So, editor,
Oh,
when you
everybody who watches us know that you have mental health issues.
you need to hear the story. Editor, when you edit this, delete this whole part out. This is exclusively for just the live podcast. So I was fixing up the property that I have in Southwest Philadelphia, and this guy comes up to me basically shirtless. I can't remember if he was shirtless or if he just had his button up open, because I'm like, it's just a weird look to just be shirtless. And he had a knife on his wrist, tied to his wrist on some Batman. Oh, hold on a second. He got glasses. Man. Give me that. Jesus. Little man learned how to grab stuff now, and my dumb self I haven't baby proofed everything. I got little shot glasses around that are his height level. They should be higher up. Anywho, so I'm fixing up the property. It's like day 1 of fixing up the property, so there's still trash from the previous tenant. So the guy comes up to me with again fake Batman basically with his knife on him, and he's like, "Hey, hold on a second." Don't worry, the editor's gonna edit all that out, so don't worry about it. Anyway, he's like, "Hey, you own this," and I'm like, "No, I'm just fixing it up. I just work for the person that own it." Because he's like, "Oh, the person who told me to take the trash out, he didn't pay me because he's supposed to take the trash from the porch to the curb, and it was a mess. It was all a big mess." But it was just a very weird interaction, and it didn't come off as threatening, even though he was, he could be perceived as a threat because you in the hood, you got your Ice Cube face on. So if you don't know what that is, that's your resting bitch face. And of course, like I said, he had a weapon, not holstered, but Batman holstered. You can call it.
You were strapped, right?
No, not yet. That's what I'm saying. If I was strapped, the interaction would have been different. I just had to calmly de-escalate.
Cypher, you need to be strapped in this
100%.
city,
I
bro.
know. I know. That's what I'm getting to the point of the story. Because my later on, fast forward to later on, the new tenant that's there, she asked, "Hey, was the previous tenant like a problem tenant?" And I said, "I don't know." And then I brought up the interaction that I had, and then she was like, "Wait a second, that same person came up to me while I was chilling on the porch, introducing himself, but it's like his demeanor was just weird." The point of that story, and editor, you can get ready to jump back in to like bring this back in. The point of that story was he had some type of mental deficiency, we'll call it, because his whole demeanor was like, "Hey, that's not how you carry yourself in a normal conversation. You coming off as a threat." And like another person would have shot him. Again, edit that part out too. Another person would have dealt with that situation differently, because it's just, you don't approach nobody like that. But
Well, you don't have to shoot him. Just be like, hey, bro, back up off me.
no, but when the tenant was telling me the story, she was like, "Yo, my boyfriend was definitely about to shoot him." She's like, told him to go. She's like, the boyfriend was like, "Go in the house," because he had his gun, he's licensed to carry. And as I'm saying, you don't approach nobody in the way that you approach them. It's a weird interaction to do in the hood. So that's all I was saying. You got to make better access to this mental health stuff, and don't just have the cops be on trigger finger type time. Have them know how to de-escalate. So I de-escalated, de-escalated. Yeah, I'm saying it right. De-escalated that situation, but just improving mental health care helps. And I guess I'll go through the other ones. Better gun control measures. So again, to bring up that particular incident, that person in 2004, I read the articles, but now I'm forgetting the years. They had an incident where it was a gun issue. Now, this person in the this year, I think they said he also had a ghost gun, so you couldn't really help there. But if he had any legal purchased weapons, he shouldn't have been able to buy them if he already had a crime involving firearms. But if he had a ghost gun, you can't really help that, because ghost guns are made basically in your own house. You're buying the parts individually. So you want better gun control measures. Hello, you still there? I was leaving a pause just in case you wanted to add something to it. Oh, okay. All right. Enhanced school safety. This incident in Philly didn't happen at school, but just in general, where they've been happening at, it's very unfortunate. So enhance school safety.
Or armed security guards. You
Yeah,
need to
armed
get one of
security
these
guards.
people with itchy trigger fingers, put them in the schools.
Yep,
Somebody walk up in there, because now we got people that don't even want to walk up into a school if you got a shooter in there.
exactly. Armed security, better staff training. I think that they're working on that now. I'm gonna skip this one, but this is like a dream. But I would like this community-based interventions. But I know in the hood specifically, it's hard to get the community to come together. But that would just be great. Just like a stronger community engagement and support. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why he's saying yeah. See, that's why he's saying yeah. He's like, realistically, he's like, that sounds good, but realistically, that's why I was like, I wrote that down. But then I'm like, yeah. It just wants stronger communities. And you see it on like the news. Like when I turn to CBS sometimes, you see, oh, this community activist. I'm like, damn, man, I need you everywhere. Like, you're doing a good job, but it's only for like those couple blocks that's near you. Because it's when I go through, is it Cobb's Creek area? So not the part of Southwest that's the bad part where I'm at, but like closer to 63rd and let's say Walnut area is nice because they got the parks. So 63rd and Walnut, like there's a park there. The skating rinks there, and it's so nice. But then once you start going towards southwest, so you're in West Philly when you're in Cobbs Creek basically, but once you go to southwest, then it just drops down. I'm like, come on, I need this everywhere. Let me give him some milk. Say something real fast while I give him some milk.
Yeah, he not lying, bro. I feel like it's a steep drop off too. Like you walk like 2 blocks, you're like, damn, what happened here? It's like ground zero over here, bro. Yeah, nah, he ain't lying. He did up.
Hit the mic just now. Hopefully he was keeping you guys entertained. All right. What is it? Improve.
I didn't say any curse words or anything.
I'm gonna edit this out, so it doesn't matter. Not this part, but I'm saying I edit out the cuss words. Improve reporting systems. One of the things people want in Philly specifically is mandatory 4K. So you have some light poles that have cameras, or not light poles, whatever they are. But we need 4K cameras because every time I'm watching Fox or whoever, the footage is always blurry. If you get 4K, the way the technology works, it's more pixels, so you actually can zoom in and see the face. If it's 1080p and you got a 20-foot
You gotta
tall,
explain to people on YouTube what 4K is. I don't think so.
I do. The resolution is 4 times that of 1080p, so I can zoom in and actually see. If it's 1080p, God forbid, and I gotta zoom in, it's too pixelated, it's too blurry. So mandatory 4K. That's the simplest thing.
Yeah, I don't think you have to explain to people on YouTube what 4K is.
I'm telling you, some people watching are casual. You gotta keep it to all audiences. You never know. But they might not know. They might just hear mandatory 4K and be like, well, what's wrong with the cameras they already got? So yeah, mandatory 4K.
Oh, people know. They be seeing those pictures. They be like, please catch this man. Like, that's anybody.
Okay, yeah. That's how I be feeling. When I see those things, I'm like, bad enough they already wearing a mask. I can't see who it is. I gotta only go by, do I know their clothes? Like, recognize their outfit. And yo, these kids that's doing crime, this not have anything to do with mass shooting, but these kids that's doing crime, parents, turn your kids in. Don't let them just, I know that's your baby, but they out here being a menace. I know that's your baby, but they can't be out here being a menace.
You gonna have to catch them fairly. You gonna testify like on his behalf of that, but you gotta catch them fairly.
You gotta run them a fair one. But
so Bob, turn you to I am turning a kid. I can't do that.
I have to make it a podcast topic, like would I turn my kid in? That's a good one. I can't think of that right now because I don't.
Would you turn your kid in?
I can't think of that one right now. I would. Would I turn my kid in? Like what they do? What they do? If it's tax evasion, fuck no. Fuck out of here. No. If they murdered somebody, they went to the complete dark side. Like, come on. But like, it depends on the level of crime that they did.
Oh, betraying their government isn't a crime, huh?
Nah, they be alright.
Yeah,
they don't need that extra money. Damn it, he discovered the remote. He turned off the YouTube. Why did you turn off the YouTube? I had it on for you to chill. All right, hold on. I got this new thing to put on. It's this right here. Bam. Be right back. Let me put it in 2 You don't even gotta keep them entertained. This is gonna be on. Don't worry, I am legitimately coming back. We're only on topic number 1. I just gotta get YouTube back on for little man.
I tell you what, you can stop on that shoot. I'm strapped. I got my little 380. Let's go and run up in there tomorrow. Tell you what.
Right here. There you go.
They're gonna have a surprise waiting for them in aisle 5. You feel me?
You was ready to go. You was ready and rocking. You got hungry. You turned it down just a little bit.
Is that his son? Talking back to him like that?
He's so smart. He's getting
Was
intelligent.
that your son talking?
No, that was me. Wait, that's the wrong button. What I just
No, something's talking. Was that a video?
Oh, do I have this video talking? God damn it. I was talking in the background as I walked towards him.
I thought you was talking to your son. I was going to say, what?
He's getting so smart. He grabbed the remote. We got him a fake remote.
Not that smart.
No, he's not that smart where he's able to talk. He can't say full sentences. Let me stop laughing. We got to continue. Because we have 48 minutes and my wife clowns me. She was like, you say it's an hour. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's legit. It's only an hour. It's only an hour. Damn it, I made that TV way too loud. Hold on a second. I didn't know the video was going to be loud. Last thing is media responsibility. That's why I was trying to take responsibility. So we just want responsible reporting. Don't sensationalize it. I ain't gonna lie. This morning I was watching a video of a mass shooter get clapped by cops in it was Allen, Texas, maybe. I think it was.
I saw that, John.
Yeah, and I was rooting for him. I was rooting for him. Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is my man. But I'm like, damn, is this sensationalized? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? But I watched it and I was rooting for him and I was like, yes, get him, save these lives. It felt good to watch that. But I'm like, media, what are you doing?
I would say, what changed in our society? Because we're not any more violent than we were in the 90s. If anything, crime is way down from the statistic that we were putting up in the 90s.
Well, now we got more cameras, so now you can see it more.
I'm talking about mass shootings. I'm talking about mass shootings, period, though, right? Like, why do those happen at such a higher rate? Like, what changed in our society to where a person with a gun goes to an area where there's a bunch of innocent people and shoots them up? Because in the 90s, the statistics for crime were way higher. In the 90s, they had just as many guns as we got now. Really, they had automatic weapons, so they're going in that shit. It's not just pop, 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 pop. It's grrr, you feel me? Like, they going in there with something heavy. Like, why now is this such a phenomenon in our society?
2 reasons. One,
it's instant gratification. So if you are, again, I'm gonna say mentally going through something, no justification, by the way.
Yeah,
You
you're not
want
gonna be a serial killer.
yeah, you
Like
want
you're not gonna kill
instant.
people
Yeah, you're
months in
not patient. Yeah,
between.
you're
Like
not patient. You want to
do the field work, go stake out a house, found
exactly.
out when the husband not home, kidnap the wife,
Yeah,
like find a
nobody
freaking second location. Like that's a lot of work to
nobody
kill
has
what
exactly.
seven,
Nobody has
eight
no
people.
patience. They
You
want
walk into a
instant
room with
gratification.
seven,
Yeah.
eight people there, unarmed, just da. You killed just as many people as John Wayne Gacy.
Yep.
Maybe that's right. Maybe you're right.
The second thing is it's easier to get guns than I think it was in the 90s, which is weird. I don't know if it's
Are you
true or not.
crazy?
I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like with the ghost guns, because
I
look,
do
here's the thing.
not think that's true.
Because in South Philly last year, see, it's been a long year. I don't remember if it was last year or not. But in no, sorry, it was it was in the Badlands, Kensington area. They found this guy in his basement with some metal equipment, literally manufacturing weapon parts, so making ghost guns. So it's easier if you know where to look. Like you can get a assault style weapon, you can get a
I would
pistol,
say if it's
unregistered John.
1993 or if it's 2023, if you want to get a gun illegally, you're gonna be able to get it. That's just a fact.
Okay, well then let's go back to the first. I think it was both of those combinations. It's just easier to get a gun, but the first thing for sure. Oh, also no. What I was gonna say was people are more poor, so now you have less. Like if the economy's doing good. Like I want to say
I don't think
2000,
that's the case.
2018, 2017, everybody was doing good. 2018 was Avengers Endgame, right?
I don't know.
Oh, you're not a superhero person. Wrong person to ask. But either way, everybody seemed to be good. Everybody's doing happy. Movies was making like $2 billion. So the economy was okay. It wasn't great for everybody, but it was better. Now, flash forward to 2023. Everybody's poor. All this inflation, mental health
There was
things.
still a lot of mass shootings in 2018.
Oh, yeah, there was. It was the
Probably
Florida
just
night.
as many
Yeah,
as
it's
we
like
got
the
now.
Florida nightclub, John. Okay, then it's probably just the first thing. They want that
What
instant
about
gratification.
the Vegas country?
Oh, shit. Yeah, the Vegas one.
That was in like
Talking about the guy where he was
2016, and
with
he
the
killed
sniper rifle or something
he
like
killed
that.
a bunch of people.
Damn.
Yeah, he had like a bump stock or something. He killed like 50 people or something.
I guess it's really just the first thing. People just want that instant. They're mad, frustrated at something, whether it's themselves, their situation, and they want that instant gratification. They don't want to put in the work to, like you said.
I think it was Columbine. Like as soon as Columbine hit, I feel like we just had such a shift in society to where like this is the thing you do. If you're crazy and you snap, this is the thing you do.
Yeah. That's a good one. Damn. Yeah, I think it's just the first thing where it's like you snap and that's what you want to do. But that's a good question because I'm sitting here really trying to think about like what was the change and shift of mental, like what made people.
Yeah, I mean we had the Great Recession back in like 2008. Like
I don't know if
you just see a huge uptick in mass shootings then.
Yeah, I would say I don't know if that one because that was a time people was poor, but I feel like people were still doing okay. So what happens is this is what I read from Reddit, and I do believe it. When society feels like they have nothing to lose, then they do crazy shit. That's why, because the topic that I read was how come nobody's basically rioting, not like storming the Capitol, like I want you to storm the Capitol, but just for me, again, editor, if you want, you can edit this out. Eat the rich. That's how I feel about it. For real. It ain't a black v white thing
Until
or whoever. It's
rich.
eat the yeah. Well, let's don't add that part in there. But yeah, eat the rich till I'm rich. It's eat the rich. How come we all turning against ourselves and we should be turning against the rich? And it was saying like we still have the dude that put it there was so smart. He was like, you still not gonna do it because you still got food on your table. Once you get to the point where you don't have food on the table, then you're going to do that crazy stuff that illicit things. So those people who do the mass shootings,
probably food on our tables. I think people are more opportunists than they are revolutionaries.
Opportunists than they are revolutionaries. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's
the
good. I had to think about what you said.
The week before George Floyd died, we weren't any more poor than the week after George Floyd died. It's just that people were like, oh, people are mad. Let me go steal some TVs.
Oh, yeah. This is a good one. We did good on this topic. We're really good. This is a good one. Now I wish I had like a professional here with us to just chime in because we so unserious, but we did a good job with this serious topic. So that sorry, I got to be meta for a second to be the viewer. As a viewer, I would have liked to listen to this a little bit edited to take out some of the part where I'm messing with the baby. But yeah, this was good because we took a serious topic and was like, hey, let's try to break this down for not so serious people so people can. I think we just did a great job with that topic. Moving on, sipping tea. What this is our little rant.
Do we have time for this?
I make it
Oh, we
quick.
still got 3 more topics to get through.
Well, one of the topics is a game, is a mini game. So I've cut it down. So I made one of the topics a mini game.
I want to do the game. I want to do the game first.
You want to do the game first? Okay. Well,
Yeah. We still got so many topics left.
I'll switch the
Yo,
one
the
kitty
baker's
around.
dozen. You gotta cut down a baker's dozen, bro.
Oh, this was only 5. This baker's dozen was only 5. We just the topic for one of the news stories, I think involving a movie or something, was just so juicy. Sometimes the topics be
Probably
juicy.
Assassin's Creed. We
Oh,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah,
Assassin's
yeah.
Creed for a while.
All right, so let's do.
Because how long we been on this thing?
We've been on here for 55 minutes.
Yeah, we only got 5 minutes left. We got 3 topics left.
All right, let me go to our.
That's my
okay.
rant.
Well, my rant is that I'm always tired and
Baker's
always.
dozen, we should
always
fly
busy.
through a baker's dozen in 20 minutes. That's what we. As soon as it hits 20 minutes, we should be like. You should just be like, all right, and this happened and that happened.
Yeah, that's my rant. My rant is I'm always tired and I'm always busy. That's it. And then he is grabbing every little thing. It's okay, the stuff that he's grabbing, but boy, oh boy. All right, get this on screen. Wait. Okay, there it is. All right, topic number 3-ish, 2-ish, whatever, is the guess the flag segment. We're going to see how good Elbow is at guessing the flags of the U.S. These are state flags, so you don't got to worry about nothing too complicated.
Flags. Oh,
yep.
crap.
And you can just do 10 or just stop whenever you want to stop. So let's go.
Let's do 10. Let's do 10. We ain't got that much time. Let's do 10.
All right, so which flag is this?
All right. Oof, man. South Dakota.
Wrong.
Dang it. Shucks.
Don't worry, I got this wrong too in practice. That's why I picked this, because I knew it was going to be hard. But I didn't do countries because that's too hard. Oh,
No, I can
right.
do countries way better than I can do.
Oh, say less.
States.
Next week is going to be countries. Well, I might do movies to mix it up, but then it'll be countries after.
Haha, this one's too easy.
Which one?
Yeah, come on, bro. You already know.
All right, just checking. I had an inkling it was that,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of flags that have eagles and horses on them, so I'm like, I don't fucking know, for real, for real. Who's this? I feel like it's North Dakota or
Brad,
Vermont.
This is no. I think Vermont.
I knew it was North Dakota. I'm like, that feels so
Dang
North
it.
Dakota. Oh, I have no clue who this is, and I hate them. It's Maryland.
That's
It's Iowa. Maryland. Yeah.
That was Maryland.
Ooh, Texas. No. I don't know. Georgia.
Texas.
Georgia. It's a Georgia.
No. That's not Texas. Do Georgia. Do Georgia. Do Georgia.
Yeah, it feels like it's trying to be overly patriotic. So
It's
that's
close to Texas.
Yeah.
It's close to Texas.
I have no clue this one at all.
What was that first Indiana? Oklahoma? Then I'm going to say this is Nebraska.
Ooh, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Buffalo, Colorado?
Oof. Either Wyoming or Colorado.
I'm saying Colorado. Which one you picking?
Wyoming.
Good man, good man, good man. All right, 2 more left. 1859. That's your hint.
All right,
And that's a good hint.
1859.
You better-
That has to be.
better get it.
Oregon.
Nice, 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 nice. All right, last one.
I'm gonna say that is Wisconsin.
Ah, Utah.
What?
It's
It
Utah.
was close to that Michigan flag, and they're close together.
Oh,
So
okay.
I figured that would be it.
All right. The next topic. This was an easy one, and it segued off of topic number 1. It's just, you can make it simple. You ain't got to draw it out. It was like, do you suffer from any mental health issues, and then what do you do to try to help yourself?
Me?
Yes. Like depression, anxiety.
Pick the wrong person, bro.
You just overly happy. So maybe I
Have
would
you ever
say
seen me
dementia.
Really mad or really sad or like bummed out or depressed? Have you ever seen me that way? You've known me for 13 years. No,
I
you've known me
obviously,
for-
yeah,
Whoa,
longer than
whoa,
like
you've
20
known
years.
me
We
for, like,
old, first of all,
17 years.
yeah. But I
You've
just,
known me for 17 years, bro.
yeah. Obviously, I already know the answer, but just in case, you might be like, you know what? I might have a case of dementia or something. Throw one in there.
A what?
Dementia. You might be forgetting shit.
I ain't got no dementia. I ain't that old.
Just in case, something. For me, I would say it's anxiety is what I suffer from. I get very anxious, but it also could just be my wife rushing me, pressuring me. I would get lost in focus. I'm
Hell,
like,
you
ah.
ain't gonna anxious about.
When I'm in the hood, sometimes driving, and like I said, when my wife is rushing me.
Because you ain't strapped. If you were strapped, you wouldn't have that anxiety.
That's true. That's so true. You start feeling like, whew, I got this. I got this. But yeah, that was that. All right, we're gonna breeze through. I ain't even gonna do the fresh off the pot. We're gonna skip that. You gotta start dedicating an hour and a half. I need an hour and a half from you. But anyway, last topic.
Let's do us for an hour and a half. An hour's a good time.
Yeah. Topic number 4. Or I could do the news story separately. Like that way, then you could hop off and do your thing with the kids. So I can always drop them out and go back to.
That's what I'm saying. The news stories are fine. They just take too long.
Yeah. All right. So do you? Oh wait, sorry. Topic number 4. Again, quick one, easy one. Would you hold your partner accountable if they started to gain weight?
Yeah, I mean, who else's fault is it?
What I mean by that is like, you presenting it to them. We're both male, so basically I'm saying, would you tell your wife like, hey, you're starting to gain a little weight, maybe we should start hitting the gym, or would you just like not mention anything?
Depends on how much weight.
20 pounds.
20 pounds? Nah. She's a person. That's fine. 50 pounds, I'll be like,
you waited too long. If you wait until 50 pounds, I'm going to let you know something, brother. You waited too long. You supposed to let her know at 20. Because 20, you ain't going to visibly notice. You're not going to visibly notice. You're going to be like, okay, you got a little more cushion.
Well, if I ain't going to visibly notice, why do I care?
But I'm saying at 20 pounds, when she might let you, well, she might not let you know, but say she get on the scale and you notice she went from $150 to $170, that's your only chance to say something. Because once she at $150 and then go all the way to 200, you should have been said something. Now her structure has changed. 200? Yeah, that's 50 pounds. Remember,
bro, we gotta do something about this.
Yeah. But I'm saying she go like, why you ain't been help me? Because you got to build that. Because the reason why I was talking about that.
This is your body. You know that you 50 pounds heavier.
Well, here's the thing. In this post-COVID world, we were in the time where we had to stay home orders, stay-at-home jobs, work remote. You ain't going to notice that weight. You ain't getting on the scale every day.
Your ass gotta do some push-ups.
Oh, well. He's
basically... Say, look, this is coming from a new fat nigga. Bro, you better get your ass down and do some push-ups.
He's waiting to the last minute. I'm going to mention only if they mention it. Like, I'll basically actually, no, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm doing the same thing as you. If it's 20 pounds, then I'm like, all right, you got a little thicker. Happens. It happens. Metabolism slow down. But I think I'm not going to wait till 50. Once you 30 pounds past what you were and you say something to me about it, I'm like, well, let's work out. I don't mind. We work out together.
That's fine.
I'm gonna do it like that.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
all those are fair.
And then if you hit 50, then I'm gonna say something to you. It's gonna start off jokingly, but I'm gonna say something to you. Once you hit 50, I'm gonna say something to you.
You gotta joke at first.
You gotta joke at first. That's how you ease the blow. Take that out.
I'm like, you gonna take your fat ass to the gym.
All right, now for my favorite, it's not a segment. Well, it is. This is Rate the Bars. But last week we got no response from Elbow. Now he was supposed to respond because ChatGPT called him out on a rap. This was 2 weeks ago at this point. So Elbow, have you written your response back? Because ChatGPT already wrote it's in like 30 seconds.
But yeah, let's hear what ChatGPT got.
All right, so I'll help ChatGPT out because it needs it. Elbow, you had a week to prepare, but it's clear that even with time, your raps is still in low gear. You're like a rusty engine starting to rev, while I'm a natural talent born to outshine and perform, my friend. It didn't bother to rhyme that. You see, Elbow, a man cannot beat a machine. No matter how hard you try, you'll never reach my supreme. Your rehearsed lines may sound polished and tight, but I'm spontaneous, raw, and shine in the spotlight. I'm the fire that ignites, you're a flickering flame. Your rap skills are weak, they're all one and the same. So put down the pen, step away from the mic. You can't compete with my talent, my lyrical might. You had your chance, but you couldn't measure up. I'm the rap king while you're just an average pup. Accept defeat, Elbow, it's time to face the truth. You can't suppress me, I'm the living proof. Oh! It called itself living. It's sentient on you.
I was about to say, this is, first of all, scaring me much. His sentience is scaring me much more than his rap problem.
I sparked a fire under ChatGPT. I said, yo, he had a week to prepare. This is the prompt I said. Something like, he had a week to prepare, and you need to mention that you're a machine versus a man. But it was like, bitch, I ain't no machine. It said something about machine versus man, but then it was like, I'm the living proof. I'm like, okay, scary, but I like it.
That's terrifying. But yeah, nah, ChatGPT is trash. I get it had all this technology behind it, and I will say that it raps like Rakim, but if he was his retarded cousin.
You still, oh, first of all, you still haven't responded. So, are you trying to pull a Drake, take the high road? Because at this point, it's 2-1. It's just not going. It's not even going to send you another disc. It already won.
I will say that I have already won.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, folks, let's wrap that up. I'm assuming you don't have a Sunday fun day for us, right? I skipped over that because I just assumed.
Nah, yeah, nah.
All
I
right.
think
Well,
that segment.
we kept it an hour and 5. I think it's really only an hour because 5 minutes was me like setting up and getting little man ready. But as always,
Yeah.
if you want to hear your topic on the show, all you gotta do is send us a tweet, a IG, a YouTube comment, and then we'll see you next week. Same black time, same black channel. We out.
You said 20 pounds, man. You mean, yo? We all go through. We all go through.
Hold on, I'm looking at this
Changes
comment.
in
Somebody said
body.
they have a good one. I want to hear it. Oh, they did the little car thing. Vroom. All right, Red Rum. We're gonna catch you in the next one. You know I'm always live streaming, so you can catch me. I guess I live stream too late at night. That's probably why I haven't seen you on. This is the morning show, so Saturdays at this time for us is Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. That's what we do it, the podcast. But I'll be on Sea of Thieves later.